Awesome. So thank you all tonight for hopping online to the Vitality movement. So welcome. Like I said before, I'm absolutely nervous, but I'm giving this my best shot. You're either here tonight because you're supporting me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so, so much. It means so much for you to be online. Or you're here because you've been invited and shared this event with someone who may feel that you need to bring more health and vitality in your life. So the Vitality movement started tonight officially, woohoo! And the thought is that I will be sharing with you my own personal story and journey, and then take you through the JBT guide and the amazing whole food products. As we go through the Vitality movement week by week, we'll be sharing individual stories and how whole food nutrition has impacted their lives and the lives of their family. So it's a movement, and we're here to inspire healthy living with yourself and with your families. So without further ado, I will start with my story and how whole food nutrition came into my life. If I go back in 2012, that's probably where my transformation first started. And it was at that point when I was first diagnosed with thyroid cancer. I was 120 kilos. I was a smoker, a drinker, and I was a mum to twin boys, Peter and James, who were age 6. And I was working full time, and I was just doing the daily grind. And I didn't really think much of life at that point. So when I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer, it really hit me. I said to myself, you know what? I can't keep going on like this. Things had to change. And so I didn't know what I needed to do to change. I really didn't know. I thought, is it my diet? Is it exercising? Which I might add was not even in my vocabulary. I didn't know where to go. So at that point, I was age 36. And so I had 36 years of bad habits that needed to change. And that's a long time. And my bad habits were Coke as well. I grew up on Coca-Cola. I used to have 8 litres a week. McDonald's, all the fatty and crappy food. But what I want to mention is, now I'm starting. What I did do is I went on a calorie counting diet. And that calorie counting diet also introduced exercise. And at that point, I had to immerse myself in exercise, and I actually did it 6 days a week. And I guess, you know what, you're going through life and things are happening, like I'm exercising, I'm starting to eat well, things are starting to change. And then in 2014, I embarked on a personal journey and actually did a 200K cycle for the Chris O'Brien Conquer Cancer. I might add, I had not trained for it at all. I didn't end up finishing 200Ks. I've probably never ridden, I've actually never ridden a bike on the road or with cleats. So I just went ahead and did it because I just thought, you know what, I have to keep going and doing something different. I ended up finishing 150Ks over the 2 days, which to me, that was an amazing accomplishment. But I thought, imagine if I actually went for it, like, and you know, worked on myself even more. So then 2015 came about, and I was doing my exercising. Probably it went down to maybe 3 days a week because I started to see the shift and change in my weight. But then I kind of stagnated. I didn't move on anymore. Like, I lost 18 kilos at that point, but nothing else had changed. And then I was so in tune with my body, but something wasn't quite right. And then I couldn't pinpoint what it was. I went to the doctors. and I found out that I was 7 weeks pregnant. Now, for those that don't know, my twin boys came about through IVF, and I actually had 4 cycles of IVF. And when I was 12, I was told I would never fall pregnant naturally. So I put it down to, wow, I fell pregnant naturally, firstly, 10 years after I had my twin boys. And I put it down, what has changed? The foods that I'm eating had changed. My exercise had changed. So all my insides started working better. And that's what ended up happening. The thing is, when I did fall pregnant, everything stopped for me. I didn't exercise. I didn't eat healthy. I went back to my old ways, apart from the wine and smoking. So after I had little Maddie, who's now 10 months old, I needed something that would bounce me right back to my pre-baby weight, but then some. I needed something that would, because I stagnated before I fell pregnant, I needed something that would push me and keep me going. And it's that when I came across the JBT program. The whole program just made sense to me because it was all about whole foods, just real foods. And I dabbled on the paleo before, but what didn't work for me is the calorie counting because it's a diet. And I don't know about you or anyone that's done diets before, they're just not sustainable. Calorie counting, I don't know, you're going out on a restaurant or you're going to have a look at this steak and go, I wonder if this is 250 calories or 400 calories. It's not sustainable, and even with a family, it just doesn't work. So the JBT guide to me made absolute sense because it was whole food, there was no deprivation, completely sustainable and adaptable to your family. And it was all about making simple changes to your lifestyle because it's all about healthy eating. And the other great thing is there's over 150 different recipes that you can choose from and that you can cook for your families. There is a fantastic gourmet cleanse that forms part of the JBT guide. I mean, I don't know any cleanse where you get to eat a Mexican salad, creamy garlic prawns. What else? We got a satay, chickpea satay. I have never come across a cleanse where you can actually have great food and don't feel deprived or hungry. So on top of that, you've also got meal plans, exercise guides. But I think the amazing thing about the JBT guide is the overall community and support. You know what? Life happens and things get in the way. And sometimes, you know, you might get off track. But the thing that I love about the JBT guide and the whole community is the support that everyone is there on the same journey as you and then helps you get back on track. So, yes, I've gone off the rails, but you know what? The guys in the whole JBT community are so inspiring that you just want to keep going. You just want to reset and get back on track. And that's what I love about it the most. Every day, it's in a closed Facebook group of people that are just like you that wants to change something about their life. Whether you want to lose weight or just want to gain that zest and vitality in your life, this whole community is there supporting you on your journey. And on top of, like, I just, sorry, I can get lost a bit. So like I said, the JBT guide is all online, hosted through a Facebook group, but you can also get a printed version of it. So this is the first guide. This is the second lot of recipes that come with it. And the beauty of it is they've also put in challenges every now and then to keep you inspired, to keep you going further. So just now they've got a shred going on, which is an 8-week challenge for someone that really wants to kind of get into their bikini body or, drop a dress size just before Christmas. So, and it's constantly changing and inspiring, and you just want to be part of this fantastic movement of healthy living. And on top of the JBT guide, there's also an amazing product. And it's a combination of 27 different fruits, veggies and berries. And if you haven't heard of it before, it's called Juice Plus. So this is the fruit blend, the vegetable blend and the berry blend. And what I love is it's all whole food capsules. And just to kind of give you a bit of a background, all the fruits and veggies are hand-picked at their ripened stage. And what happens is they're all pulped and everything's put in there, the seeds, the skin, the stems, absolutely everything. And then it's dehydrated, so all the sugar and all the water is extracted, and then it's dehydrated and it's desiccated into a powder form, and then it's encapsulated in a vegan whole food capsule. So now I've got to say, this is not a replacement to your fruits and veggies, absolutely no. This is more to bridge that gap of what we do eat to what we should be eating. And the beauty of it is they've had over 35 different peer-reviewed researchers on the product, which to me, I mean, I'm no science professional or anything, but it just makes sense to me. And the product's never been recalled. So for a company that's been around for over 30 years, it just screams credibility. The other thing that I love about it is the product actually makes sense. Like, I can grab it, and this is what I fell in love with, because I don't like to put chemicals and synthetics in my body. The more whole food and close to Mother Nature, the better it is. If I have a look at this, I can grab this and I go, oh, apple, pineapple, peach, prune. I know all the ingredients because it's just whole food. And if you think about it, if you can have any of these fruits, veggies and berries, then it's safe during pregnancy and breastfeeding. As long as you can eat the foods, then you can have it. And the other thing is if you think about when you start having fatty foods or chocolate, your body then starts to crave fatty foods and chocolate. So imagine if you did the absolute opposite and flooded your body with goodness. Imagine if you said, you know what, I'm putting an extra 27 different fruits, veggies and berries and flooding my body with all that goodness. Then what ends up happening is your body then starts to crave goodness. So you essentially don't then go for the fatty foods. Your body starts craving green smoothies and more fruits, more vegetables and all the goodness. And the beauty of it is that because it's in a capsule and it's protecting all the living enzymes, the minute you digest it, it hits your body on a cellular level, like within minutes. So it hits your bloodstream within minutes. And so you start getting all the great benefits of what Mother Nature intended. And for me, these benefits were more energy. That was probably the first one, being a mum of 3. The other thing for me was my skin, my nails, my deep sleep. Yes, even with a 10-month-old between me and my husband sleeping, I still get a deep sleep and can function. And I actually work full-time as well. So sleep for me is really important, as for everyone, I believe too. And the other thing for me, I mean, you just don't know what fruits and veggies will do for you personally. So for me personally, what it's done, it's I've got no more menstrual cramping anymore, so that's completely out the window. And it's also aided in my weight loss. I've now gone back to pre-baby plus lost more weight too. So it's a big winner for me. And the other thing is that the company Juice Plus actually absolutely has a heart and looks after our children as well. So the children have got chews, so fruit and veg chews, and adults can have it as well. So if you've got a problem taking capsules, you can also go for the chews. And the company has got the world's biggest health study for children, so they sponsor the kids absolutely free, which, you know, my boys have been on the product now for over 6 months, and I can just see with them that they're starting to crave all the good foods. Their immune system as well has just, like, I think one's gone to the doctor, who used to go to the doctor, no joke, 6 times at least during winter, and has only been to the doctor once this last winter. So my other boy, who has had problems with focusing and concentrating in class, actually in the last term, he got a merit certificate for improved concentration and focus. So you just don't know what fruit and veggies will do for your body. On top of that, they've also got a vegan-based powder. So this is all, which comes in vanilla and Dutch chocolate. And I use these as a booster for me in the morning. So in the morning, getting ready, 3 boys plus myself for work is just manic. So I use this together with, say, a banana, some oats. I might throw in some spinach and just make a nice green smoothie. And it keeps me full right through to 11:30, 12 o'clock. And the two work hand in hand. So the whole food capsules are our micronutrients. So if you think about oil in a car, so the oil in the car cleans the insides of the car, the engine, so make sure that it's all functioning correctly. And if you look at the powders, they're your macronutrition. So they're like your petrol that needs to keep the car going. So another great one is like my Dutch chocolate. I like to have that in the afternoon and when I have that sugar fix. So that's a little bit about the products, the JBT guide, and a little bit about my story and how it came about. So for me, I've been on the program and the products for the last 6 months, and I just have this amazing zest for life. I'm on a complete new journey. Look, I'm no skinny Binny. I am no, you know, if you have a look, there's a lot of personal trainers out there that are all muscle. That I'm not like that. But you know what? I'm so excited of what this is for me and my family. I have a husband who is 160 kilos. He is my biggest challenge to convert and to get him on the Vitality movement. He's on it. It's going to take a while, but you know what? At the end of the day, you have to be prepared to change. And I can't convince anyone because that's not my role here. My role here is just to share with you my story and the guide and the products and what it's done for me. When you're ready to change, then that's completely up to you. Hopefully this is one of the options that you could look into. So I'd like to thank you for your time. If you've got any questions about anything tonight, feel free to reach out to the person who shared this link with you and the event. Thank you so, so much, everyone, for being online. I hope I made some sense, and I'll see you this time next week, and we'll be sharing with you Rebecca Diamond, who will be sharing her personal story of weight loss and migraines. So have an awesome evening, everyone, and thanks again for everything. Bye.